Hey everybody, AcedTyler here. Welcome back to Let's Play Rayman 2: The Great Escape. In the last episode, we got the third of the four masks, and in this episode, we are going to enter the Tomb of the Ancients. Somewhere in the sky, the fire prison ship slaves now on board 45,263. God damn! Razorbeard, do you not know any ship capacity? Now what? He's found the third mask. What? But that's not possible! God, that was pretty funny. He's just dangling out from the chair. How does he do that anyway? If he finds that fourth one, I'll be coming for you. How is it his fault for that? Well, I mean, I'm the one getting the four masks, not him. He's not there. He's one of you. He's shit. He's one of you assholes. All right, so Tomb of the Ancients. It's a spooky themed level. It's very creepy as shit. Clark was captured here before being brought to the technical checkup. Oh. Yeah, of all places, they have to capture him here. In this eerie ass place, it's yeah, too spooky for me. 3 spooky 5 me for 6. I don't know. I'm kind of too many numbers here. Anyway, so let's just continue on over and okay. You know what? Fuck. I'm sick of these spiders. I'm already done with them. They're gonna be, yeah, this level is gonna be filled to the brim with spiders, so to those of you who have severe arachnophobia, well, this is not gonna be the level for you. You're gonna be scared shitless for those. I mean, honestly though, I don't really know if I actually have arachnophobia. I mean, I shouldn't be too scared of spiders. It's just, you know, I just see some. I mean, you know, I get a little bit worried of those, but I shouldn't be too frightened of them or anything like that. But, I mean, there are definitely benefits to spiders. Just as long as they're not like those poisonous toxic spiders, so it's like, you know, it's, you know, they just suddenly come in though. But you know, it's definitely not for those with arachnophobia, because like, you know, like I said, this level is filled to the brim. Well, there's gonna be a few of the spiders, but there's like quite a lot of spiders, especially in this section here, because those ones, they are very persistent. They will definitely chase after you. So anyways, so yeah, Tomb of the Ancients, this level actually isn't too bad though. Because, like, you know, and even with collecting all the lumps as well, I mean, it's still, it's a pretty fine level, you know, even with, like, there's going to be some platforming involved, but it's not going to be anything too difficult. There are some annoying aspects, so, well, particularly the ones that we'll get to later on. Also, there's this one little secret that this level has, which we will see a little bit later, that I do want to show off. But first, let's, get rid of this, pirate here. There are going to be a couple of labyrinths, and there's going to be a couple of confusing aspects. So that's one thing you want to watch out for. Is like, well, just trying to take the wrong path, because that's actually what I did in one of my recording attempts. So this would have to be, I think, my second or third recording attempt. Well, I guess you could say that some of those other previous recording attempts would have to be well, these test playthroughs, because you know, for one thing, considering that I haven't really played this game in a long time, and so I had to just say, you know, considering the level structure, then I had to just know my way where they are. So yeah, at this point, this is actually where I would just go for those, or just do these test playthroughs, just so that I would know where some of the lums are, and you know, as was the case of having to go for a or just having to get every single lum there is in each of the levels. Watch out for the fog there with all the ghosts and the skeletons, because those things will actually hurt you. Yes, it's no joke there. It's not for like the environmental aspects. Those things really do hurt you. So just yeah, don't touch them. Now for this section, for what you saw here, there are 3 switches we had to press on, because once you do, then there will there's these platforms that they'll raise up from the toxic water, or whichever it is, some toxic liquid with all these skull patterns. Oh yeah, watch over those guys. What they'll do is that they can actually grab you, and they will shake around, and then they'll pull you into the to their crevice, and then that's how you that's how you actually get killed, and then they have to respawn. So yeah, that's another thing you want to watch out for. Those windows here do nothing. Actually, I give you viewing of the areas here. But yeah, that's all you have to do, is that you just have to hit the switches, and then those platforms will raise up so that we can get across them along this hazardous water here. All these piranhas. I mean, it shouldn't. I mean, if it's like toxic, those piranhas would have already been dead. So I mean, that's how they're still here anyway. And just going to get rid of these piranhas on the way. All right, so let's go ahead and climb this large web here. Now, this hole here will lead to the next area, but we're actually not going to go there because before we do anything about it, there's this one little area that I do want to show off. This one little secret area. So what you want to do is that you want to jump down, and then you want to parachute all the way down with your helicopter. And we see that there's a secret passageway. It's very well hidden. So yeah, you have to go to the very far left, and then that's how you see it. It's very well hidden there. So so you just have to see it closely. And so here we're in this area. Now we can see here is that there's this skull statue, and then on the right eye socket, there's this peculiar lum over there. It's like, what kind of lum would that be, you may ask? Well, first let's just get rid of these pirates, because as you go along, then each two of those pirates will come in your way. So that's when you want to that's when you want to go ahead and take them down first. Yeah, for those ones, I'm always going to use the charge shots, considering they take a lot more damage than when you do the regular shots for the fist. So once we take those two down, then we'll see just what kind of lum it is over there, which, of course, I'm pretty sure you guys know exactly what it might be. It's actually going to be this very special lum that we're going to be coming across. And yeah, I'm hyping it up, so you probably already know what it's going to be at this point. And so let's get rid of the last two. And then we shall see just what it is. Yeah, I would say that, I guess depending on the color of the pirates, and they have their health kind of varies. So like the red pirates have more health, so they're basically the stronger variants, but the purple ones are just regular mugs. And there we go, that's it. So let's hop across there. There's that lum that's up there. And what kind of lum is it, you may ask? Well, we'll just find out as soon as Past Me gets over there. Alright, so let's go and pick that up. And so even though it does nothing, but ladies and gentlemen, this lum right here is without a doubt the 1000th lum in this game. So yes, you remember that one lum in this cutscene with Razorbeard where he actually eats the lum, and so that caused our total lum counter to drop from 1000 to 999. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is actually the very same lum that Razorbeard ate. So yes, the 1000th one that somehow, even after being eaten, just somehow wound up in Tomb of the Ancients. So yeah, of all those regular ones we collect, this would be the 1000th secret lum that we have here. So yeah, it's the very same one. So we got that one, and so yeah, it's safe to say that we are officially doing 100%. So yeah, we really are still getting 1000 lums. So yeah, all's good, all's done. And so yeah, we got it. We got the 1000 lums, the one that Razorbeard ate. So it's now with us. Now, strangely though, even though we just collected it, that still doesn't really bring the total lum counter back to 1,000. It still doesn't count as just. It'll still say it's 999, as if it was still eaten. So it doesn't really affect anything at all. What it does, I think it just basically restores Rayman's health meter. That's literally all it does. But yeah, it still counts as 1,000 lum because I mean it is yellow and anything like that. So I mean, I would say it still counts anyway. But overall, it doesn't bring the counter back up, though. It'll just it still says at 999. I know in later versions, particularly Revolution for the PS2, once you get that lum, then that actually does bring the counter back up to 1000. So, but either way, I mean, we're still doing 100% completion overall. Now, there's actually one thing I do gotta say though. In the 3DS port of Rayman 2. For some baffling reason, I don't know if it's because of an oversight or if it was just kind of ported the wrong way, but you know that spider web where you'd actually use that as a spray and jump up there. For some reason, they forgot to program that to make it where you actually jump up there, and so it's like some sort of bug where it makes it impossible to actually jump up there because they forgot to program it to actually have you jump for the spring. Oh yeah, by the way, don't go over that way to where that pirate's standing, because that does lead you to another area, but it actually skips off a chunk of this level, and then it'll skip those, and it'll have you miss those pirate cages in the lum. So don't go that way. The actual pathway is going to be up there, where you have to use the flying powder keg. So yeah, make sure you go up there if you want to go through the entire level. Otherwise, the other way will actually just skip a chunk of it. But anyway, so yeah, in that port, yeah, they forgot to program it to where it jumps, and so it's treated as just a regular foothold for some reason. I don't know if it's probably because of an oversight or if it was just because, as far as I'm aware, like especially noticeable with the both the DS and 3DS ports, is that what they literally did is that like they just took the game and then just directly poured it into there instead of just well maybe with some minor tweaks and all that, and actually just remake it to where actually it fits better with the console themselves. But but yeah, that's I feel like that's literally all he did. Is that they just took the game and then just ported it directly onto the systems themselves and just left it like that. Well, I mean, not as bad as most examples though. I mean, there are still some things that actually work around. So maybe they did some of it, but I would say it's not exactly to the extent of fucking Sonic Genesis for the Game Boy Advance, which is a port of Sonic 1 for the Sega Genesis. That's where on the Game Boy Advance, which is supposed to be technically much more powerful than the Sega Genesis, but literally all I did they just they took the game and just immediately poured it on the console itself and then call it a day. Didn't even bother with it in the laziest ways possible. And that's how Sonic Genesis for the Game Boy Advance became notorious for being the most shit, most shit excuse of a port that Sega would ever do. So yeah, there you go. But I mean, yeah, like I said, it wouldn't be as bad as that though. But that's basically all I did. I feel like they just were there and just didn't do really much for it. So might have been just some sort of a oversight issue. But that's what they did. They just forgot to program it to the to where the spring is actually or it's jump or actually just jump worthy. So there you actually be able to actually jump over there. The only way to get that though in that particular version, oh yeah, watch this. I don't know what it is, but
surprise, motherfucker!
Oh yeah, hi there, random pirate. You just that just suddenly came out of nowhere. But anyways, so yeah, we have to do those. You'll see those little spiders in the on that skull statue, and the only way to ever hope to reach that lum in the 3DS port is that you have to utilize this bug, where well yeah, literally, because well I mean. Because spiders kind of like, well, not really insects, or they're like arachnids, but I mean, they still could be counted as bugs. I don't know. What do you think about the spider biology? But I digress. Yeah. So what you got to do is that you have to utilize that bug where you take damage from a spider as you jump, and then that causes Rayman to actually jump higher while he's having his invincibility frames, and then that's actually the one way you actually can do to reach that Yellow Lum up in that ice socket where that lum is. But that's like literally the only thing you have to do is just by utilizing that game-breaking bug to take damage and just have Rayman just jump there while he's having this taking damage animation, and then where he actually somehow jumps, and then you probably jump again. That's how you get to it. It's the only way to ever get to there. Like to those of you who are playing the 3DS port. But yeah, I don't know why I mean, it must have been some kind of a rush excuse there. Cause like I said, there's some good ports for Rayman 2, like most especially the Dreamcast and the PS2 port. And of course, I mean, I know I probably be giving a lot of shit to the PS1 version. I mean, the PS1 version. I mean, it isn't terrible by any means. I mean, because it's still a good game itself on its own merits. It's just that it's just very much watered down, and it's with a bunch of the levels being a few levels being removed, and a good chunk of them actually haven't been cut off to make the levels shorter, and then being less 200 less lums, and of course with the graphics being very downgraded from the other ports, then yeah, it definitely just makes the PS version or what the hell did I just pull my inner Elmer Fudd there the PS1 version just it just makes it overall be rather the inferior port of Rayman 2. But I mean it's not a terrible port. So I mean it's still good. Just just inferior, just not as great as the other ports. But I would say it's definitely noticeable with DS and the 3DS remake or 3DS ports where where it's very much like just directly ported over and just not much done about it. So that's how it's just kind of kind of a porting disaster. I mean, not too much of a disaster, but just not so great as a result. Because from what I know is that, let's see, the DS port is actually just ported directly from the N64 version, while the 3DS one was ported from the Dreamcast version. From what I've actually gathered, but I've never even played those ports. But that's actually from what I've looked up and from what I found out about. So for this area, this is actually where the level takes you. Where it takes you if you were to take that pathway where that one pirate was. That he was standing in that one corridor. If you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's where it'll take you. Otherwise, yeah, that's actually the one chunk of the level that I'll skip over. Also, during this recording, I had to cut this off a lot because I made so many jump cuts here. Well, not the one you're seeing now, but because somehow I keep on missing that lum, and so I had to keep falling into the toxic water there, toxic liquid, so that I can actually get that lum. Because you know, one thing you gotta be careful for is that while you're riding this barrel, especially if you're going downhill, it'll go a lot faster. So if you see those lums coming across there, or if you come across those lums, then that's when you want to just quickly and get those lums as well. And now we have these two of these barrels because this pirate here will try to throw these pirate kegs at you. So once he stand on that one spot, and then once you hear him throwing or about to throw it at you, then just immediately hop over to the other barrel. As long as it's not like too far apart, because that's what it is now. Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much what I would have to say about those ports in particular. I mean, like I said, they're not the worst ports I've ever played. I mean, you know, if I were to play like any kind of the worst ports I would ever say, then Sonic Genesis for the Game Boy Advance would definitely have to be the one for one. Or I mean, that'd definitely be the one. It was like, you know, especially since it's released on the very same. By the way, to those of you who don't know, it's released on the same exact year as Sonic 06. Yes, in 2006, and like it's supposed to be Sonic's 15th anniversary. And God, that was not a good year for Sonic. It was definitely the most embarrassing. It's just, you know, it's like you know having a birthday party, but it turns out lame because you know, because there wasn't much going for it, and you know, you just like having nobody there. It's like that's like the worst kind of birthday you could ever have, and that's what Sonic's 15th anniversary ever was. You know, as a result, it was just bad enough as it is, but. Anyway, going way off topic here. I'll actually talk more about that once I get to doing a Let's Play of Sonic 06. That's gonna be fun, but that's gonna be much later, like you know, years from now. Anyway, so now we have all the lums, so that's actually good at least. I was actually hoping that I had to get all the lums, and so I actually did. I got the Yahoo signal for Rayman. There's only one more pirate cage that's going to be at the end of the level, and we're at the tentacle checkup. And is that Clark that we see over there? Oh, holy shit, it is Clark. I don't know what they're doing to him. Oh, is he sick again? Did he just eat something? I don't know. Oh, never mind. He's happy to see us. Yeah, come here, Clark. Let's give us a... Why is he doing this? The hell? Oh, shit. Oh, God. Do we have to... of course we do. Oh shit, they're doing this mind control zombie thing? God, that's like... Okay, well, this is very much like the SpongeBob movie with you know, how they get brainwashed. Yeah. All hail Plankton indeed. Anyway, so now we have to fight Clark while he's brainwashed and crazy. So for this boss fight against Clark here is that see these switches here is that you have to press all three of them, and then this laser will start to appear. And then you have to have Clark to chase after you, because what he's going to try to do is that he's going to try to grab you as he runs over to you, and then I guess that's how you take damage. So yeah, what you have to do is that once he trips over that laser, then that's your chance to go and like you can't you don't really want to hit Clark directly because well, you know, you can't really do that. But it's actually the device that's on his back that's controlling him. So yeah, what you want to do is that once he trips over, then that's your chance to go and shoot at the device on his back, and then that's how that's how you go and take damage from it. And just shoot as many times as possible, so that way you actually decrease more of the health, and you actually get the red lums as a result, in case you ever do take damage there. And so you want to keep doing that until well, at least until Clark will get himself back up. And of course, you know, lather, rinse, repeat, and then And then that's just basically how the boss is. It's kind of a long fight though, considering how long the health meter is. So so that's basically just all there is to it. Yeah, you're going to be hearing a lot of the ticking sound effects constantly, so that's kind of the one annoying thing about it. But yeah, just as long as, yeah, that's when you want to hurry and hit all these switches before they reset themselves, and then you have to hit those again. And then, oh, didn't mean that there. And so, with all that done, and there we go. Uh-oh. Yeah, uh-oh-d. So, yeah. And so, the device has been destroyed, and now Clark is back to his old self.
Woohoo! Yeah!
And yeah, after this whole trigger, and there's a fire cage. Alright, so yeah, that's what we can do is, yeah, just use Clark as a platform, and then just show that fire cage there. And there we go, that's the last one, and there's the TNT. And so, I guess we just leave Clark here by himself. He doesn't even bother to go with us. Hey, just a big ass giant chin there. Yeah, his chin couldn't even fit in there for all that matter. Alright, so now Two of the Ancients is done, and so let's proceed onwards. Actually, not worry about the bonus level. Alright, so let's go ahead and save our progress there. Now on to the next stage, the Iron Mountains. And as you can tell from this corridor there, that means this is actually going to be the second to last level, because, yeah, as you can tell from our total counter there for the cages and the lums, we're just about almost there, because, yeah, this is actually going to be the second to last level, but more than that once we actually get to that there. So, next time on Let's Play Rayman 2, we are going to enter the Iron Mountains and see what awaits there, and hopefully this will definitely lead us to our last match. So, yeah, we're getting close to the end of the game, folks. So, until next time, see you guys later.